Welcome to the workshop, Why You Never Feel Like Enough and What Your Brain is Actually Doing. This is not just information. What you're about to understand is going to change how you see yourself. I want to start by describing someone, and you tell me if this is you. She is doing well. Good job, good life, people who love her, and from the outside, everything looks just fine. But no matter how much she gets done, it never feels like enough. She finishes one thing and immediately thinks about the next. She has a great day, but spends the evening replaying the moments that didn't go well, replaying conversations, what she should have said, what she should have done. She is constantly thinking, planning, worrying, pushing, and she is tired. Not a need a holiday tired. A deeper kind of tired that doesn't go away even when things are good. And she has no idea why. She thinks, this is who I am. Does that sound like you? Now imagine something different. Imagine finishing a day and simply being done. Not replaying every conversation. Not picking apart what you said or done. Your partner or family do something that normally would push your buttons. But instead of snapping, you pause. You actually hear them. You respond instead of react. And later that night, you're not laying awake wondering if you handled it wrong. Your life is still loud and chaotic, but it feels steady, actually present. Actually enjoying your life instead of just managing it. You make a decision without needing 3 people to confirm it. You say no without a paragraph of explanation. And you stop over-apologizing. You are still you. You're still ambitious. You're still driven. You're still showing up. But you just stop paying for it with your peace. That's not a fantasy. That's what happens when you understand what's actually going on inside your mind. And that's what we will start doing today. So what if I told you that the voice saying you're not enough is not actually you? Not you, a voice. And this voice has been there so long that you stopped noticing it was separate from you. Most women I work with never thought about it that way. They spent years thinking something's wrong with them. That they are too anxious, too emotional, too hard on themselves. And they think that's just their personality. But it is not your personality. It is a pattern your brain built a long time ago to keep you safe. And the moment you see that, the moment you realize that voice isn't you, that's when everything starts to change. Now, I know you have tried things. The books, the apps, the retreats, the programs. And maybe some of them helped for a while, but eventually you find yourself back in the same pattern. Because most approaches focus on managing the symptoms, and most of them are built for everyone, not for you. Today we're looking at what's actually creating the symptoms. And what I'm about to show you isn't another generic tool built for everyone else. It is real science of how your brain actually works. This comes from the research of Dr. Jill Bolte Taylor, a neuroscientist who created this framework after years of scientific research. Please grab a pen and paper. Stop this video if you need to, because we're doing this together. You're not just watching it. So most of us grow up believing we have only one mind, only one me, one inner voice inside our brains. But Dr. Jill Bolte Taylor's research shows something completely different. That our brain doesn't have only one inner voice. It has 4 different inner characters. Each of them has a purpose. Each of them is valuable. None of them are wrong. The goal isn't to get rid of any of them. It is about understanding who is running the show and learning to choose who leads. As I introduce each of them, I want you to give yours a name. Something personal. Something you actually recognize when it shows up. This is really important because after a while, you will recognize them and start calling them by their names. Don't overthink this. Just write the first name that comes to mind. Character 1 is your thinker. She is your planner, your organizer, your problem solver. the one making lists and trying to stay on top of everything. This part of you is extremely useful, but when it takes over, life becomes one long to-do list. There's always more to do, always another goal, always another reason to keep pushing. She thinks her value is related to how much she gets done. It is the way she feels important and helpful. It is the way she thinks she'll be loved. And no matter how much you achieve, it never feels like enough. So a lot of the time, that voice saying you're not doing enough, it's her. Now, I want you to add a name for your thinker. Don't overthink it. Just give her the first name that comes to mind. For example, I call mine Engineer Fernanda. I'm an engineer in my day job and my name is Fernanda. My nickname is Fan. She means well, but she's exhausting when she never switches off. Write yours down. Give it a name. Stop the video if you need more time. Character 2 is the protector. And this part stores emotional memories, past hurts, old fears, times you felt rejected or not good enough. She's your inner child. You are on character 2 when you feel triggered, when you worry about what people think, when you interpret a neutral comment as criticism, when you snap at someone and immediately feel guilty. But this is the important thing. It sounds a bit negative, but this part isn't trying to hurt you. It is trying to protect you. The problem is that it often reacts to old danger instead of what's actually happening right now. It is working with data from when you were a kid. One of my clients realized during our sessions that her character 2 was still comparing her to others the same way she was compared to her cousin growing up, when she never felt she was as good as her cousin. She knows that's no longer the case. But this part is working with old data and running in your subconscious. So that voice saying you're not good enough, that's almost always character 2. Because this part of your brain learned a long time ago that others were doing better than you. A sibling, a cousin, a classmate. It's scared. It is saying, don't even try, because if you try, it will just prove that you're not as good as them. It's not flaw. It is just a protection pattern. She's trying to protect your feelings, but she's keeping you small. Now give yours a name. I call mine Nandinha. This was my nickname growing up. What's yours? Write it down. And your character 3 is your creative self. This is the playful, curious, present part of you. The part that laughs easily, that does things just for the joy of it, that feels light and alive by actually just being yourself. Most high-achieving women I work with have almost completely lost touch with this one. So busy running on characters 1 and 2 that they have forgotten what it feels like to enjoy something without being productive. Now I want you to name your character 3, the creative self, the fun one. I call mine Francie. Funny story, this was my alter ego when I used to go to parties in my early 20s. Good times. What's yours? Write it down. And then there's your character 4, your aware self. And this is the most important one for today. This is the observer, the calm part of you, the wise one, the part that notices what's happening without getting overwhelmed by it, the part that can see all the other characters, the part that can pause before reacting and can see the big picture. Dr. Taylor describes this character as expansive, open to possibilities, and connect to the present moment. It is the part of you that exists beyond the noise. You know that feeling of stillness you had after a massage or on your last retreat before real life came rushing back? That's your character 4. And she's not only available on retreats. She's available right now, in the hard conversations, in the moment before you snap. You just need to learn how to get there. I call mine Wise Fun, who is experienced and can see the bigger picture. What is yours? Name your character 4. Write it down. I could spend hours elaborating on the characters and how they show up in all areas of our lives. Our relationships, career, family interactions. There is a lot behind it all. But I want to keep it short. Now, here's what's actually happening in your day. The thinker is constantly pushing, always raising the bar, never letting you rest. The protector is always scanning for problems, keeping you small, projecting old pain into new moments. And together they run the show. And when they do, you end up exhausted, overthinking everything, snapping at the people you love, never feeling like enough no matter what you do. This is not a willpower problem. This is not a personality flaw. This is the wrong character leading at the wrong time. The goal isn't to get rid of any of them. You need them. Of course, you need your thinker at work to get things done. And you need your protector to create boundaries so people don't walk all over you. You need your creative self on a day trip, for example, so you can actually enjoy yourself and have a good time. And you need your aware self in an argument, for example, so you can listen to the other person and focus on the solution. But what happens sometimes is that we are leading with the wrong character. For example, let's say we are on a day trip and our creative self should be leading, so we're having fun. But our thinker is on and we are overanalyzing things and controlling everything instead of actually having fun. And oh God, I have been there so many times. Or sometimes we are in an argument and our character too is running the show. We are feeling attacked and feeling like we are the victim. We overreact and even snap. When in an argument, it would be best to lead with character 4, so you can see the bigger picture and focus on the solution. Or at night when you lie down to sleep and your thinker comes with her to-do list, reminding you of everything you should have done and everything you still have to do and how you're not doing enough. Or it is 11 p.m. and you can't sleep because your protector is replaying that conversation, making you feel small, telling you what you should have said to come across as smarter, catastrophizing and overwhelming you with emotions and making you feel stuck. So here's the thing. Your true self isn't any of them. You are the awareness behind all of them. The one who can observe each character and can choose who is leading at each moment so you can turn the dial. So the goal is to lead more often from your characters 3 and 4 so you can have more fun and also be more present, see the bigger picture. So that calm is not something you have to go away to find. It is in your everyday life. So the next time that not enough feeling shows up and you're about to snap or a spiral starts, pause and ask yourself one question. Which character is speaking right now? Just naming it creates the gap between you and the feeling. If it's your character 1 pushing, tell her, thank you for trying to prove my worth with more accomplishments, but I have got it from here. And invite your character 4 in, especially at nights, so you can actually relax, maybe practice some breath work and actually let go. If it's your character 2 panicking, talk to her the way you would talk to a little girl and say, thank you for trying to protect me, but I can handle it from here. And again, invite your character 4 to lead. Now, here's something important. Most women can identify their characters after one workshop, but the hard part isn't recognizing them. The hard part is changing patterns that have been running automatically for years, because a lot of us live on autopilot. And we also react to things due to trauma responses. And your protector isn't exactly like anyone else's. Your triggers are different. Your relationships are different. Your story is different. That's why personalized one-on-one coaching is so powerful. And it goes beyond just the mind. And that's why I created my method, mind, heart, and body. Mind is understanding the thoughts, the voices, the limiting beliefs running in your mind. Heart is understanding and expressing your emotions, what you're actually feeling instead of pushing it down. And body is helping your nervous system feel safe enough to stop, to rest, to actually change. And understanding how your body is still responding to old traumas that your mind has blocked to protect you. Real change happens when all 3 work together. And what we did today is just one tool from my mind pillar. And there are so many more tools that I use in this pillar and in the others, heart and body. And if this workshop resonated with you, I would love to invite you for a free 20-minute one-on-one coaching session with me. This is a real coaching session, not a surface level chat. For 20 minutes, we focus entirely on you, what you were going through, what areas of your life need attention and what would actually help most right now. You will live with clarity and something real you can take away, regardless of what happens next. Here's what some women say after going through the full work. The biggest shift was learning to notice the different voices in my head and actually pause to see which one was showing up and why. The tool she uses around the different voices in your head was incredibly helpful. I put it into practice on a night out that would normally have felt way too overwhelming for me. It helped me get out of my own head and actually enjoy myself. I still use it every day. I only work with 3 women at a time because this work deserves full attention, and so do you. If you're tired of overthinking everything and you're ready to feel calmer, clearer, and more like yourself again while you live your life at full pace, click the link below and apply for your free session. I personally read every single application and I would love to meet you.